How you going? I'm Simon Reindl, Principal Consultant of Advanced Product Delivery. In this next video series, I'm going to be talking about the impact of poor internal communication on procurement teams and why Lean Agile Procurement can help. How does Lean Agile Procurement help with your communication in your team and indeed across teams and even more importantly, across organizations? So Lean Agile Procurement does what it says on its tin, and it is based on the principles of lean and agility. And so from lean, we take these concepts of go see, of connect to the floor, of getting rid of waste. And from agile, we take this idea of core principles of building on values, enabling trust for fast feedback. Now, when we do this, we're building up trust. And that trust enables us to be clear on what's going on and inspect and adapt quickly. As a person who's coming from using a lot of Scrum, I really like using the Scrum values as a foundation. A lot of organizations are somewhat confused about their values. I was working with one client and the values on their website were different to the internally discussed one. That's communication confusion. Your values have to be clear and followed through. There's a number of organizations where their core values are on their website and that's what the organization is trying to grow. And the exercise I do is try and map organizational values to the Scrum values of focus, openness, respect, courage, and commitment. Now, when we act using these values towards other people, we grow trust. And then when we have trust, we can get the information flowing. And that's where we start using agile practices. These agile practices are very common, and it's like a pick and mix. You know, when you go to the cinema and you've got all this candy there, the sweets there, and you just take the ones that you want. Make it your own. This is really important. But some common ones that are really helpful, the first one is a working agreement. What's the standard operating procedures of when we come together for a meeting or an event? What's our feedback cycles? Do you have daily check-ins? Do you have some review cycle, be it weekly or monthly, fortnightly, whatever it is? Where do you demonstrate value to stakeholders? Where do you stop and reflect as a team? What can you do to be more effective? Now, if you're doing classic project management, these are your post-implementation reviews. But if you're running long-running projects, that might be 9, 12, 18 months. That is a long time to wait for feedback. If you're waiting for the annual review of your team's performance, that's way too long. Monthly at the longest. And the third thing is to start using facilitation techniques. That's not agile, but it's just good facilitation. Allowing all voices to be heard. Bringing everyone into the room, regardless of rank or seniority, so that we can listen to the people who are doing the work as well as the leaders, but being able to have that information flow so that people are comfortable talking through the levels of seniority. That means information will move quickly. If people are scared or nervous about approaching leadership, there's a trust issue. How is your team working? What sort of feedback loops are you using? Are any of those techniques of interest to you? Just as an experiment, give it a go, see if it works.